everybody, Hildy McQueen here. I am so excited. I have a new release today. Patrick's Proposal is released in all its glory, glory, glory. It is part of the Langleys Legacy series, and I will tell you a little bit more about it, but I am going to first of all share about this story and then tell you what the entire legacy is all about. So in Patrick's Proposal, it starts off in a thunderstorm and the heroine is running through the rain and she is escaping her abusive father. And the property next door to them is owned by the Langleys, and where her father sort of works on this farm. And so she goes to, while she's trying to escape and hide in hopes of getting to town, the storm breaks out and she is trapped in their barn, in the Langley barn, and she is discovered by Patrick. And so one thing leads to another of him trying to help her and help her hide and all that, and eventually it turns into a rash marriage proposal. And that in itself is bad, horrible actually, because first of all, his family wants nothing to do with her family, and secondly, it puts not only the danger that she brings with her, puts also his own mother in a situation where she could be hurt. So the story is about her, and I just feel so bad for her because she comes from such a bad background, and she is not accepted into her new family. And it's about his family coming to terms with it, and hers, what happens with hers and what you find out later about her true background. So, sorry, I apologize in advance for the many barks that will happen. See, now I'm distracted. Patrick is an only child, so that is one thing, and why it makes it harder for his mother and his family to accept the situation. Okay, now let me tell you a little bit about Langleys Legacy. There are 6 authors total involved in this project. I am the 6th. The story starts off with, and what it does is they all are part of this family. So the Langleys traveled from their homeland of Ireland with only what they could carry. And so with their meager possessions, they bring along a watch, a pocket watch, and a piece of lace. So when the Langleys settle in New Dawn Springs, Oregon, that's where we pick up the whole situation with this family. And so it starts off with Kathleen Ty Jabal, who writes Finn's Fortune, that takes place in 1850. And that is the story of my guy's parents, Maureen and Finn. And the title of that book is Finn's Fortune. My book is second, and it takes place in 1875, 25 years later, with their son, Patrick, and it is Patrick's Proposal, and I told you all about that story already. The third book is by Kathy Shaw, and it is titled Donovan's Deceit. It takes place in 1899, and it is the hero is the son of my hero and heroine. Then in 1933, it is followed by Peggy Mackenzie, who writes Aiden's Arrangement. And then after Peggy comes Mary Farmer, and she writes a story that takes place in 1968 that I'm super excited about reading, and it's Heath's Homecoming. And then we tie it up with a beautiful bow with Sylvia McDaniel finishing up the series with Colin's Challenge, which takes place in present day Oregon. So I am so excited because, this project is not only different, but it carries the entire family. You will see familiar characters throughout. You will also get the spin on what happens in the same location over the span from 1850 to present day. So I really hope that you follow us along on the Langleys Legacy and that you enjoy each of these books. I will tell you that it starts off sweet. Kathleen's book is a sweet story, and then it gets spicy. So don't be jarred by that. The rest of the stories are, if you rate a book as far as sensuality from 1 to 5, most of us are in about the 3 range. So about middle of the way, not too descriptive, but we do delve into the physical relationships between the characters. In my book, for certain, Patrick and the heroine have to get to know each other in more ways. You know, she is discovering what it's like to actually be cared for, and so it was important to bring in the sensual aspect of it. So yeah, there's that. And now I found out that if I hold you, you are quiet. And if I hold her long enough, she gets sleepy and will fall asleep. But otherwise, she would be barking with you. This is Pippa the puppy, and she is a puppy. And she's not yet learned to settle down and be quiet. Have you? I saved her from a shelter, and she just brings us a lot of joy and laughter into our lives, don't you, Pippa? Even though she is quite unruly. Thank you so much for all of your support. We love our readers. We are looking forward to hearing back from you what you think. Stay tuned, because next Friday comes Donovan's Deceit. We are releasing 1 book a week. It started last week with Kathleen. It ends in April, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometime the beginning of April with Sylvia McDaniel's book. So keep tabs. Follow me, follow any of the authors that I will be tagging, and let us know what you think. Super excited, aren't we, Pippa? Say yay! Thank you guys. Bye.